us today to welcome us. We have our colleagues, Leonardo, in this case, Leonardo, who will be sharing with us a few introductory words.
Leonardo. Ahí sí.
Leonardo, you have the floor.
Muchas gracias, Julio. Muchas gracias
por
Julio. Considerarnos e invitarnos en este.
Thank you for inviting us to the launch of this book that you have worked with inter and transdiscipline at the University of Chile, and this has been a huge effort.
Primero que todo, compartirles el saludo y la alegría.
First of all, we'd like to share with you the greetings from the Vice Chancellor.
Pero me manifestó el interés, digamos, de poder
has told me that I should congratulate you for your work.
Nosotros en la universidad, la inter y la transdisciplina.
At the university, at our university, inter and transdisciplinarity, it's a way to help us face some challenges as a society. We need to see how we strengthen and build our society. These dimensions are very complex and also the development. So we require a special kind of knowledge and understanding of inter and transdisciplinarity in order to have a more holistic perspective. The challenge lies in the fact that we should make this kind of discipline visible. We need to, improve knowledge in a traditional way, of course. But this path is also important. We need to also support this type of initiative. And this book is very important in this regard. So we need then to make progress to connect the role of university regarding knowledge creation, when training people, when building capacity, in order to strengthen the role of higher education in development. Why? Because although we have difficult challenges as a society, we should make the most of useful tools that will help us anticipate to these challenges when it comes to development, and also so that we can have a stronger and resilient society. I would like to congratulate the work done by Professors Anaí Urquiza, Julio, and Labraña as well, and thank you to everyone who has collaborated in this work. This shows us the path ahead. And it's important to consider this work in the future of a university. Thank you for the work done. And I wish you the best of successes with this book launch. Thank you very much.
Muchísimas gracias, Leonardo, por tu
Thank you, Leonardo, for your kind word. Now we will have a discussion panel. So the idea is to answer the general question, what happens with science, with the production of science as well when it comes to public policy in higher education in Latin America and the Caribbean.
complejos del siglo XXI.
The idea is to address the complex problems of the 21st century.
Frente al escenario de cambio climático y el
And the
aumento de
idea is to address climate change and the increasing uncertainty.
tenemos un panel realmente
And to do this,
compuesto por
we have a great panel. First of all, we have Dr. Ana Urquiza, who is the Director of Innovation at the University of Chile. Also, Dr. Laila Sandroni, researcher at the Inter-American Institute for Global Change Research. And she will be present with us through a video. Also, Dr. Deborah Ramos, UNESCO specialist at the International Institute for Higher Education in Latin America and the Caribbean. And also Dr. Augusto Castro, researcher at the Institute of Nature, Earth and Energy at Pontificia Universidad Católica in Peru. Thank you also to Lourdes Martina, who is the interpreter at the Inter-American Institute for Global Change Research. Thank you for your support as an interpreter. So, thank you again. Now I would like to give the floor to Dr. Ana Urquiza.
Gracias, Julio, por la presentación y Leonardo.
Thank you, Julio, for the introduction, and also Leonardo for your kind words. Thank you, Augusto and Deborah, who are here today as well, and Laila through a video. I think it's a great opportunity to discuss this book to address the challenges of climate change and also social sustainability when we consider the challenges that our university is facing when it comes to addressing current complexity. Clearly, science has been developing globally, very successfully in some areas. But also, it is now very difficult to address phenomena from different perspectives. So we need to rethink issues in order to promote research, and also research that can address in a more comprehensive way complex issues. And also, we need to be available so that we can help with public policy making, so that knowledge is included in each area. Climate change has really made this all apparent. There has been transformation at different levels in our system. And also we have seen the need to increase knowledge by looking into the future. We need to consider the best policies to protect our most vulnerable populations. And this pressures us as higher education institutions in order to promote inter- and transdisciplinary science. And also, we need to train professionals. In this context, we have been working in these areas for several years. But we have seen that these phenomena go beyond all this. They're very complex topics that require an integrated perspective. This is why we are focusing on Latin American universities, because they produce a lot of knowledge. And of course, we are different from European countries, but we do invest in universities. Some universities do have a long-term project. And some universities have specific features that position us differently. There are also institutional weaknesses, there are economic issues as well. So we thought it was very important to reflect on all this from Latin America.
aprender de ella, pero también cuáles son las
We should learn from all this. And we should also know what type of research we're doing on the topic and in this context.
Sobre cómo enfrentar la la transdisciplina, cómo
We should be able to address inter and transdisciplinarity. We should be able to transform our universities so that they can face the challenges we have ahead of us. Clearly, this book has allowed us to learn about these issues and also throughout the continent. This book is not a starting point and it's not the end of everything, but it helps us reflect on several issues in the short and long term, because we should be able to include some of these solutions in the short term already. Clearly, there are several crises in this world, and they require information. Our universities are long-term institutions. So we need to look at ourselves, we need to reflect on our institutions. And thank you very much for the opportunity to be here today. We have just 1 hour and we need to, of course, hear everyone has to say. Thank you, Anaí.
Y ahora nos va a presentar,
Now we will have, as I was saying, Laila Sandroni's video,
para la investigación.
who is a researcher at the Inter-American Institute for Global Change Research, the IAI.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Dr.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Dr. Laila Sandroni. I am a science fellow working with the Inter-American Institute for Global Change Research. I'm really glad to contribute to this event and the launch of this amazing book. I'm going to reflect on the PD approach
pursued by the Inter-American Institute.
As it is addressed by the IAI, the Inter-American Institute for Global Change Research. I'm also going to provide some insight on why this approach is so important in the Americas.
So this event is a part of the
umbrella
of the IAI,
umbrella program of the IAI that includes activities to promote and improve capacity building for a TD approach in the Americas.
We organize series of
webinars.
We
organize a series of webinars
to contribute.
And we are also partners, and we have several partners that contribute to our work. Thank you very much, Dr. Anaí, for the invitation. I would like to also thank her for her services
a part of the Scientific Advisory Committee.
A member of the Scientific Advisory Committee of the IAI.
So just to provide a little bit of context, I'd like to share.
I would like to provide you with some context, some history
became so important
of the IAI and why also TD science is so important at the IAI.
An intergovernmental organization.
The IAI is an intergovernmental organization that was founded in 1992.
Governments in the Americas.
Several heads of government in the Americas
foster transnational
to sign an agreement to foster transnational collaboration
what was called
in the area of global change, what was called global change.
About problems relating environmental change.
They worried about problems about environmental change, the summit in Rio.
Trying to deal with problems
and also trying to deal with problems related to inequality, migration, and mobility,
and other issues that
and
were
other
affecting the
issues
Americas back then.
that were
The agreement was
affecting the
signed in
Americas at the
1992
moment. The agreement was signed
visionary
in
because it already
1992, and it was visionary
talked about
because
fostering not
it
just
talked about
transnational,
fostering
but also
not just transnational, but
research,
also interdisciplinary
solutions that
research
are more
to
adequate
build
to
solutions
complex
that were
problems,
more
to
adequate
relate
in order to address these issues
This
that
year,
have to
the
do with
IAI is
policy.
completing its 30th anniversary.
This
So
year
along
marks the
with
IAI's
30
30th
years,
anniversary.
those agendas and
We
perspectives
have had different
that
agendas and
IAI
perspectives
of
that have
producing activities in the
improved
Americas.
the IAI's
also
capacities. We
evolved.
have organized several
So
activities in the
main
Americas.
ideas that
So the main
are
ideas
basic of what the
that
IAI
are
does today
the
are to tackle
foundation
the
of what the IAS does today is to address
foster not just inter, but also
sustainability, to foster
transdisciplinarity,
inter and transdisciplinarity,
interface, and
to work with
science.
science and policy interface, and also science diplomacy.
Some key tenets of the transdisciplinary approach that we try to tackle.
Some key tenets of the transdisciplinary approach that we tackle at the IAI. Transdisciplinary research is needed when knowledge about relevant problems is uncertain and when there is a great deal at stake for those involved in dealing with it.
So as Dr.
So,
Urquiza and Dr.
as
Junqueira
Dr.
say in
Urquiza and
book,
our colleague have said in the book, is that we need to deal with problems
ways
in such a way that we can recognize ways of finding an honest approach.
Ourselves as academic trained or as
Ourselves as academic or policymakers
institutions
are people that can have access to institutions of power, and they need to recognize our own truths.
Equally partial, so we can combine our perspectives.
And we need to combine our perspectives and create complex and innovative solutions to complex problems.
A TD approach is needed, or transdisciplinary.
So a TD approach is needed when a problem has specific features and the ability to grasp the complexity of problems and encompass uncertainty, take into account the diversity of perceptions of problems.
It's really related to,
and this is really related
to recognize different
to what is necessary to recognize different perceptions. And it also includes academic and non-academic knowledge. There's also TD science also links abstract and case-specific knowledges and develops solutions and actions that promote the common good. This is really relevant to foster TD collaboration. It requires reflections
of translation and mediation that
for instance,
are tackled
translation and mitigation that were tackled in the book.
About larger social
and we should also learn about larger social political issues.
Engaged in all relations.
So issues related to power and
bring to the table
working with collaboration,
diverse perspectives.
Because we need to include diverse perspectives.
Social political than technical.
Also, our collaboration is more social political than technical many times.
On recognizing
and this is important when it comes to recognizing
in different
how we can apply all this in different contexts.
How you have to deal with
and how you have to deal with the infrastructures
and not just with coming up with
very specific questions or methodologies.
So I'd like to share some thoughts.
I'd like to share some thoughts.
People to read the book throughout.
For when people read the book throughout, because the content is amazing and it tackles how we can deal with transdisciplinarity, specifically in Latin America, because the global environmental problems have specific features in a region.
I come from Brazil, by the way, but I am in contact in the
I am from Brazil, but at the IAI, I am in contact with colleagues from Ecuador, Paraguay,
Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Each of our countries have problems of
And
our
these
own,
countries have problems of their own, but also
that are
in
common.
Latin America, they have specific features that are common in their region. So we need to prioritize
Also, it's grounded in
specific
theory,
issues.
like overall theory that can reach anyone globally.
Also, we need to consider the global scope of the book. The first part is very important because it's founded theory, because it's from Latin America and Chile specifically, but it could be read and applied to anyone living in the United States, South Africa, or India.
By the concrete examples,
and this is complemented by the specific examples included in the following sections
on how this works,
that are based on how this works in Latin American institutions.
Important context and
This brings to the table really important context about how networks and mediation are used.
Center stage.
It also focuses on how these processes take place in different universities, and this is in the title of the book, but it's also included in the context. It's a really deep reflection of how universities have a major role in the area of research.
So, with that said, I'd just like
I'd just like to thank you again for participating.
That I could not be
sorry that I couldn't be there at the
but
same time as
this
you.
event really encourages lots of people to read.
But I hope this event really encourages lots of people to read the book.
Insights that couldn't fit.
It has many insights that of course I couldn't address. Hopefully we can continue having this conversation and spread the word about the contents of the book. Thank you very much and hope to see you soon.
Muchas gracias a la distancia temporal y espacial a la doctora Laila Sandroni.
Thank you, Dr. Laila Sandroni. Now I would like to give the floor to
la doctora Débora Ramos.
Dr. Débora Ramos,
para la educación superior,
specialist at the International Institute for Higher Education in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Buenos días para todas las personas que el día de hoy atienden.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today.
En nombre de nuestro director,
on behalf of our director, and on behalf of everyone who works at our institute, thank you for being here. Sorry, but the audio is really poor.
Del núcleo de investigación en inter y transdisciplinaridad para la educación superior.
Today, I would like to talk about the book Inter and Transdisciplinarity, University Higher Education, Reflections from Latin America, from the University of Chile. Thank you to the academia and to the researchers for inviting us to this international launch of the book. The book entitled Inter and Transdisciplinarity, University Higher Education, Reflections from Latin America. Thank you, Dr. Anaí Urquiza, Director of Innovation at the Universidad de Chile.
a la doctora Paula Acuña, coordinadora ejecutiva.
Thank you, Dr. Paula Acuña.
Por participar en este
Thank
panel
you for
sobre colaboración
participating in this panel.
inter y transdisciplinarias para enfrentar el cambio
The
climático.
idea is to face climate change
Acerca de esta obra,
and to
estamos calificando
give an opinion about the work.
Imprescindible para todos aquellos que trabajamos
We believe
tanto en la academia como
these
en la
issues are essential for academics
de políticas.
and for everyone that works in public policy making.
¿Me confirma si se está escuchando mejor, por favor? El libro Inter y Transdisciplina en la Educación Superior Universitaria, reflexiones desde América
This
Latina,
book,
editado por la doctora Anaí Urquiza,
written by Dr. Anaí Urquiza and Dr. Julio Labaña, is a compilation of different strategies within inter and transdisciplinarity.
Sino además densa por esa riqueza
The book is very rich in its theory, concepts, and reflection. It has 3 chapters, a prologue and an epilogue. 46 authors have participated, and they come from six countries in the region, such as Chile, Ecuador, Mexico. The book addresses the potential of inter and transdisciplinarity within science. Because the idea is to produce a different type of knowledge that includes several perspectives.
En palabras de sus editores, la doctora Anaí, el doctor Julio.
Actually, the editors, Dr. Anaí and Dr. Julio,
nos dicen que este libro
say
es una
that
invitación a reconocer
the book is an invitation to actually focus on different TD approaches. Although TD has become very important to public policy and other areas in the region, we think we still need to acknowledge several issues that are relevant to universities. We need to remember that also training and research activities are very important in institutions. And this is important in higher education institutions and also in research in general. The book includes 3 chapters, as we have said. It has a multiple and varied approach regarding what we understand as inter and transdisciplinarity. Chapter 1, we have 8 authors that talk about inter and transdisciplinarity. They talk about strengthening the science policy interface. They also address the role of universities when faced current
desafíos que enfrenta la gobernanza de la
and also the challenges related to science governance. There is another chapter entitled Studies Thematic Approach.
Abordan estudios sobre las dimensiones de la
And
investigación
also here they address interdisciplinarity.
con otras teorías de alcance
And
general,
they include other more general theories.
como las ciencias de la salud, ciencias
And there are
económicas,
also links with health sciences, social sciences, and economic sciences. Chapter 3 is very interesting because although in the first part we find this theory and reflection, the idea this chapter helps us implement this approach. So chapter 3 helps us understand everything. We have 11 initiatives by 34 authors that work in higher education institutions in Latin America. The chapter shows us the main challenges, opportunities, and experiences. So these experiences show us this Latin American perspective on interdisciplinary. Finally, we find that this book helps us see the connections between science and knowledge production and also public policy making. Also, it includes systematized experiences that show us how these complex problems are addressed. These problems affect several societies. We also need to remember how important the interdisciplinary approach is. And we should remember how different disciplines will interact to find solutions. And also we need to remember how important it is to include non-academic actors. And also it helps us implement and use the knowledge produced when it comes to solving issues. In this way, we find an effective way to relate. That definitely helps us in our efforts to create intersectoral research agenda and also to create expert committees to address issues. The idea is to guide the approach to complex problems such as climate change, and also to provide relevant knowledge. The book reflects on several important issues, for instance, science policy interface, interdisciplinary institutions, how this type of science informs decision making. All this helps us make better decisions. Congratulations to everyone, and hopefully, and I wish this book is disseminated so that it can help us improve our knowledge on science and technology, and it should be part of every higher institution program in the region. Thank you.
Castro, investigador
Thank
del
you,
Instituto
Dr. Augusto Castro, researcher at the Institute of Nature,
de la Pontificia Universidad Católica del Perú.
Energy, Pontificia Universidad Católica, Perú.
Está silenciado todavía. Ahora
You're
sí.
muted.
Buenos días.
Good
Quisiera
morning.
agradecer la
I
invitación.
would like to thank your invitation to participate in this book
Y
club.
no redundaré ya en lo que han señalado
And I'm not going to repeat what
Laila o Débora.
my colleagues have said, Deborah, Laila, but I would like to highlight some interesting
La primera cosa que quiero decirles es que
First of all,
el libro se inscribe en la
the
construcción
book
de un nuevo paradigma científico.
falls within the context of building a new science paradigm, which entails a new perspective on the issues of related to nature,
En
etc.
realidad, con mucha delicadeza, con
We
mucha sutileza,
need to
y
be
una
very
formidable al
delicate.
desarrollo de
The book is very delicate and conscientious about, criticizing our way of doing science.
una ciencia que en términos generales ha tenido muchas
Generally speaking, our science has been highly arbitrary.
las mismas críticas
Modern science has been as criticized as modernity itself.
de las cosas, sesgada,
Why? Because of its biased and limited
la
view
especialización que podría haber
of
sido una virtud,
issues.
muchas veces se ha transformado
Sometimes people have become specialized, and that is not always positive.
lo
So
plantea
that's the first
de
thing.
manera indirecta, porque el libro no se pone
And the book addresses this indirectly. Of course,
no
the
habla de las
book doesn't fight with anyone, and it doesn't praise the positive traits of an approach in particular. But they say,
estamos en la pelea por un nuevo paradigma en términos
so this is the birth of a new paradigm regarding scientific
segunda
research.
idea que me parece importante es el tema del
The
poder.
second important idea is the idea of power.
En las dimensiones que
But we need to understand this as posed by
Yo creo que
Foucault.
nuestros trabajos cotidianos,
I believe that our daily work, our private lives,
lo que han hecho es que nos demos cuenta que
actually help us realize
dentro de
that
determinadas
power does not just lie within certain general policies,
el poder está
doesn't lie with political parties. Power lies within our research activities. And I believe that interdisciplinary and TD work has clearly discovered or detected these problems and how they are created. Addressing certain problems in a way entails breaking away from some old ways of doing things that have tried to cover reality.
La discusión de la pobreza es
The debate about poverty is intergender as well, climate change, the environment, water. Any of the topics that we address, when we have a general approach, then we forget the specific and authoritative perspective that casts doubt on our experiences. We know things and we are happy with what we know.
Y finalmente quiero decir, porque son 3
And finally,
perdón,
as I have 7 minutes,
todo esto
I would like to say that I would like to ask myself, why do we have this new paradigm? Because we need to face real issues. It's not just an academic discourse, and maybe we are mimicking old scholars and just talking about things. We are facing this reality, and this reality needs specific solutions. When we talk about public policy, it is not just about, I don't know, making a declaration. The idea is to take action. And to do that, to do real things, we need to know what we're going to do next. So, interdisciplinary science, science, they are tools, they're an attitude, they're a way of thinking that may allow us to better address these issues. There are no easy problems nowadays. We have difficult and complex problems. This was probably the case before in old times. But nowadays, we cannot implement the same strategies. We cannot just think we can solve problems because we have one or two tenets. And within these elements, what I do like about the text, and the text expresses this well, when we approach a topic, we need to include everyone's participation, because everyone has something to say and to contribute or to improve. And this is very important. Now is not the time when scientist was a genius and they would answer every question. That's no longer valid. Nowadays, inter and transdisciplinarity invite us to share. They invite us to work together. The idea is to build solutions together, and nobody has the monopoly and truth, so we need to cooperate with each other. We probably don't need so much money or so many things, but we need to have the necessary tools, capacities. Maybe we don't have, as I said before, we don't have as much money as other countries, and we lack the capacities. But if we bring together all our talents, all our disciplines, we articulate this work and work together, I'm sure that we can do more things. That's the important thing. It's not just bringing disciplines together, it's bringing together people, disciplines, challenges. I would like to congratulate Anaí and Julio, who are the parents of this child. A child is always important. And congratulations to every author. Also the University of Chile and the Innovation Department, and also the team, Paula, and everyone. Thank you.
Gracias, Augusto, por tus comentarios.
Thank you, Augusto. Now we have some time for a debate and questions from the audience. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Anaí Urquiza and Dr. Laia Santoni, Dr. Deborah Ramos, and Dr. Augusto Castro. First of all, I would like to answer what Augusto was saying. The question is, how? How should we move forward in science in the region? How can we work with public policy, with organizations, with the structure of the university, or within groups of teachers? Maybe we can answer this question in the same order as you presented. First of all, Dr. Urquiza, Dr. Ramos Torres, and then Dr. Castro.
Muchas gracias, Julio. Mira, la verdad es que yo creo que es una pregunta difícil porque no tenemos.
I think it's a hard question because there is no tangible answer. It depends on the characteristics and context of each.
Lo que decía Augusto creo que es fundamental.
However, what Augusto was saying is essential.
Problemas de recursos.
And we usually have issues with resources in Latin American universities. Our institutions, our public institutions,
cómo priorizan sus recursos.
decide how to prioritize these resources. And this is a case of
Este tipo de esfuerzo requiere tiempo, requiere energía.
So this type of effort requires energy, time, and other resources. So it's essential that we can visualize how we can create synergies with the resources that we have. Maybe we don't need so many resources, or we don't need to transform our university. We need to see which are the areas in our institutions that can cooperate. And in this collaboration, we create synergies. From that, we will have a more holistic perspective that will allow us to better use our resources. Because our universities have limited resources, and also we have so many problems in our countries that the requirements are huge when it comes to knowledge production and solving these specific problems.
La colaboración organizacional y eso
But
requiere una
we need to focus on organizational issues
y de la mano, por supuesto, de
so that we can make the most of this type of science.
Del propio conocimiento y
And we also need the help of the unit in order to acknowledge our own limitations. And of course, there are some issues that go beyond.
Doctora Ramos, y recojo una pregunta de Catalina Amigo.
And Catalina Amigo is asking a question.
De tus enfoques inter y transdisciplinarios
Have you seen any progress in the inclusion of this type of approach within universities?
La primera pregunta, o sea, de cómo, el cómo.
So the first question is how.
En el libro se encuentran, y ustedes tuvieron la dicha de
in the book,
articular un grupo
you include this, and actually you had the joy of working with several authors that had experience implementing this approach. They have managed to articulate these three aspects: the political aspect, for instance, society, and the academia. So that's institutions. There is an interesting aspect because you could include the experiences of universities in the region that participated in the government. Is political and institutional will. And he calls this synergies. So, starting the intervention process is very important. And this might entail policy-making process in order to benefit the entire society. The book encourages to try and connect what was called political research agendas. So the idea then is to implement interdisciplinarity and by addressing studies jointly. We have government institutions, ministries, offices, whatever. That's number one. Number two, the academia. And number three, civil society organizations.
Muchas gracias, Dr. Ramos. Dr. Castro.
Thank you, Dr. Ramos.
Bueno,
Dr. Castro.
Yo creo que los desafíos están ahí.
I
Creo
think,
que el tema es,
of course, we have many challenges. And the problem is how we will go from
curso.
academic ideas to practice.
Pero, ¿cómo hacer? Bueno,
So how
nosotros
do we do this?
no teníamos nada. Y lo que hicimos
Well,
fue juntar lo que
we had nothing, and what we did was bring together 3 or 4 smaller institutes that were not relevant, and then we invited other institutes and were able then to participate as a larger stakeholder with the government. The real issue is political will, and also regarding what we want to do. I would suggest something different. Why don't we start talking about our glaciers, for instance? We're losing so much water. And there is also a terrible problem that will be very costly. We know about glaciers in Chile and Peru, but the countries work independently. We don't talk. That's a problem. Second, we can also exchange other ideas that are not related to the environment, regarding the knowledge of indigenous peoples. Of course, you've had issues in your country, but we also have these indigenous peoples everywhere. So we need to address this topic because people have knowledge that we lack. So, and interdisciplinarity includes people that have a different perspective on things. And we need to do that. And I'm just mentioning glaciers, but I could talk about the mountain range. Where other topics? There's so many things we could talk about. And we could maybe, have a clear connection and not just be divided by a border. For instance, and this, we had a meeting with people from Peru and Chile on solar energy at the University of Antofagasta. The University of Antofagasta submitted a proposal, the University of Antofagasta and nobody heard it. The government didn't pay attention. Of course, the solar radiation is different than in the Atacama region. Because maybe we could provide electricity to every community. We should actually make the most of what the Antofagasta University did to work with the government. So we do have the resources. But if the University of Chile is interested, we could start, I don't know, talking about things, we could invite different people, and this is similar to what you have done now at your university. Let's keep doing that. So this book inspires this kind of work. And this is why I think it's so valuable. Thank you, Dr. Castro. So I would like to thank you, everyone. Thank you to the speakers. Thank you to Dr. Sandroni, Dr. Ana Urquiza, Dr. Deborah Ramos, and Dr. Augusto Castro. Thank you, Lourdes Martino, for the interpretation from the Inter-American Institute for Global Change Research. And also thank you to Paula Acuña and Ignacia Silva, and Claudio, and also for their help. Now I'd like to give the floor to Ana Urquiza so that she share some closing remarks. Thank you, Augusto, Deborah.
La verdad es que estoy totalmente de acuerdo con Augusto y eso fue básicamente la motivación que
actually why we did this with Julio, why we compiled this,
era que efectivamente
because what we wanted to do
unos de otros.
is to help us learn from each other. We have similar realities. We make the same efforts, and there's so much that we can learn from each other, and not from outside. And we find it difficult. It's
relevante y urgente,
this matter that is so urgent and relevant, you know, really getting our universities to help solve public issues in the region. I think this, the aim of the book is to help us learn together. Thank you, Julia Labraña, as well, who was, you know, the heart of the book. Without him, it would have been impossible to compile it. Thank you for participating. Thank you to UNESCO for being part of this debate. Thank you to the IAI, because they have also supported us and they have promoted this event, and hopefully we'll have more upcoming events. So thank you, everyone. Hopefully we're going to work together in the future again. Thank you.